20 acres in Silverton, Colorado. My name is Miles McLaughlin here at Wilco Land. This is one of the coolest properties I've had come across my desk in a long time. This is an actual photo taken from the land itself. The previous owner had sent this to me when we purchased it. This is how they used the property, right? They had a yurt set up, a little fire pit, campsite, all that good stuff. So, just pausing here for a moment to appreciate this property, to appreciate the views from it, this nice flat area. This is really a cool site for a potential cabin, a yurt, or even just your own private campground in Colorado in a world-class location. So in this video, I'm going to cover common questions, how you can access a property, how you can pull it up on maps. I'm going to walk through the topography and show you what it looks like on Google Earth and all that good stuff. I'm going to talk about potential uses and a little bit more about our business model. So just getting started here with a disclaimer, this isn't legal advice, this isn't real estate advice. You as a buyer and the consumer need to make sure this is going to be the right fit for you. So again, stopping here, this is a photo from the property. I'll show you where the yurt was put on the property here in a second. But the previous owner did unfortunately take the yurt down. But this gives you a really good idea how you can use a piece of land like this. Number one, like the biggest selling point of this property is going to be location. This is special. I mean, browse Zillow, browse LandWatch. You're not going to see many 20-acre listings that are like this, that offer a nice flat area for a potential build site, for a yurt, for a campsite. This is a really, really nice property. And it also has a live water stream, waterfall, and creek going through the property. So I'm going to pull up the location here on maps in just a second, but I wanted to pull up some photos just to give you an idea of the area. There's actually street views available for this property. So let's jump into talking about the location here. I've got it pulled. I'll pull it up on maps here. All I'm using is the GPS coordinates to find this property on a map. Let me zoom out a little bit here. You can see if I zoom out, we're just outside of like Telluride, Silverton, Lake City, Colorado, down here in the San Juan National Forest area. This is like the Alpine Loop area, if that name rings a bell with anybody. Essentially, it's an area with world-class recreation. And so you can see there's a lot of like markers here on the map on Google Maps that you can go through. I'll show you some of that on satellite imagery. You can see this river is flowing through here. Then here's Cinnamon Creek. So this is actually, we own 2 mining claims. You're buying all the real estate with it, not just mining claims. So keep that in mind. You're getting the full property experience. You're going to own, the property itself plus the mineral rights with it. But this is Cinnamon Creek and Hugo Creek, mineral rights is what we have, or mining claims, I should say. And that's Cinnamon Creek running through the property. You can see that here. I'll show you that. And this is that yurt location, right? So that's where the yurt was at on the property. I don't know if they drove that up there, if they hiked it in. I honestly have no clue. I didn't ask those questions, but you can get down here and even look at street imagery. I think that, that live stream, that body of water on the property is really cool. And you can kind of see some of the street imagery. You can see there's people out here dirt biking, out here on quads, on UTVs. It's a really popular area, this Alpine Loop, for off-roading and recreation, Jeep trails and stuff like that. So again, this is a pretty prominent, body of water. Like I'm guessing in the spring, this flows pretty darn well. And I guess there's supposedly is a waterfall on the property, according to the previous owner. So again, just a really, really unique property here. I believe this is like a lookout point, it looks like, but I can show you maybe some views down here in this tree section. We'll take a look at that. You can see there's some people on quads off-roading out here. But like I said, I mean, what you're buying is the location here. Not a lot of people get to own this at the price point that we're offering. So let's back out for a minute here. Like I said, I'd show you some of these areas to give you an idea of what we're looking at on Google satellite imagery. People post these photos. And if you're a sight unseen buyer, what it does is it gives you an idea. Here's Cinnamon Pass. It gives you an idea of what you can expect when you get out there, right? I know it's not of the property, but there's a lot of history with mining out here. There's tons of history in this neck of the woods. And I'm sure the people calling and familiar with this area, or people calling about this property, have somewhat familiarity with this area. And I'll just kind of click around to show you exactly what it looks like. This is what you can expect when you go out to a property like this. This is the type of topography, the type of landscape, the type of area that you're going to be in driving through. This is really cool, a cabin waterfall near Animas Forks. So like I said, you're really going to be in what I consider a world-class location. I'm guessing during the winter, it's going to be snowmobile access at some point. I don't know what the access is like right now as I'm making this video. But yeah, just looking through some of the photos, this is the type of experience you're going to get. You're surrounded by national forests. You're surrounded by BLM land. When we talk about a recreational property, this is the epitome of a recreational property. This is what everybody calling our company is looking for. 20 acres in Colorado, ready for a yurt, ready for recreation, potential to build on it, all that good stuff, live body of water on it, road access. I mean, it checks all of those boxes. So I'm going to jump into the next question we often get is, how do I view this property? How do I know what I'm looking at? Well, we can use Google Earth as a really good example. So we have this photo shared on our website. You can see that the edge of the property meets the fork in the road. So all you have to do is plug the GPS coordinates into Google Maps. It'll bring you to this area, right, off County Road number 2. The property ends about right here at that fork in the road. We can see that on satellite imagery. Do you see that? The creek's coming through it, Cinnamon Creek's coming through it, flowing into the Animas River. And that comes all the way around basically to this bald spot. Like, the tree line, you're going to pass the tree line. Then you have this little tree line here. And I can measure that out for you right now. And let's look at this. So basically from this structure, this looks like kind of a structure in the side of the hill. There's a little bit of a belt of trees right here. Let's just measure that to the end of the property. And that's about 200 feet, or let's see, in yards, about 66 yards, about 3/4 of a football field is what you're looking at here to the end of the property. I'm looking for maybe another natural feature in the landscape, but I think that's going to be your best one. You might be able to identify this and know the property's right past it. If you really want your corners marked, you could get a surveyor out there. Probably wouldn't be too expensive to send a surveyor out there to just mark the corners of your property. That's something you could invest in after you purchase a property like this. But again, here's the yurt site that the previous owner had up there. We know there's a lot of flat area, especially where these trees are growing. There's going to be a lot of flat areas to camp, potentially develop, build little off-grid cabins and things like that. That's what folks are doing with these type of land investments that we see. And that's kind of the meat and the potatoes of the listing. Like I said, you can look up top here. That's kind of the cutoff. You're surrounded by BLM land, national forest. I don't have a lot else to say with it. If you're looking at development and building, get with the county, get with the state. On the surface, yes, this is buildable, but you're going to have to go through the process that the state of Colorado requires or that the county requires to develop on your property. So maybe get with a builder, get with the county, get with the state, ask them some of your specific building plan questions, things like that. What I do know is that you can put a yurt on the property. You can go up there and camp. And we have it priced as a recreational land investment with all things considered. If you can build a cabin on this, you have $1 million cabin site, right? This is a no-brainer land investment if you can get up there and build a traditional cabin. I haven't looked into that. I sell the raw product at a discounted price. That's our business model. We move land fast and more of a self-service model. So we've got a lot of the property details shared right here. I taught you how to use these GPS coordinates. That's how you can view the property. I love using apps like Onyx Maps. That's really helpful. And, that's going to cover it for the most part for this video. There's street views, all that good stuff. So if you are looking to buy something sight unseen, this property offers a lot of resources like I was showing you, from street views, from looking at the imagery of the area, the imagery that we have, the previous owner's photo of the property. That all gives you some really good information to understand what you're buying, especially as we head into the winter, where this land's going to be available and probably snowmobile access at some point coming up here in the near future. So get with us if you have any questions. If you're looking for something cheaper, I do have a 10-acre land investment that's priced significantly lower out here in Silverton, Colorado as well. So just get with our team. We have other land investments across the Mountain West on our website. And again, give us a call here at 605-299-5553. Thanks for tuning in.